Who doesn't love lobster? It's such a splurge, but so well worth it.
It's so good. In today's Good Day Cafe, we're joined by Ed McFarland, who is from Ed's Lobster Bar with locations in Sag Harbor and SOHO. And Ed, great to have you with us.
Hey, it's a pleasure.
Ro asked the appropriate question, who doesn't love lobster? Like, if you can have a little, then it's just so wonderful. What is it about lobster that makes us so happy?
It's lobster. I mean, what's better than eating lobster? Nothing.
Yes,
Nothing.
right.
There's nothing better than lobster.
And you can do so much with it.
And you know what? And we have everything you need here. I mean, pasta, cheese, lobster rolls, whole lobsters, lobster ravioli. Lobster is universal. I make lobster meatballs also. Anything you want to do with lobster, you can do it. There's no taboos.
Tell us about Ed's Lobster Bar. Is it casual? Is it fancy?
So Ed's is a casual restaurant. We like to call it casual upscale, but so there's a 35-foot bar where people sit down and eat. Straight along there, it's a food, we call it a food counter. 20 seats and tables, so it's a very small, tight, cramped place. Very friendly service. A lot of interaction between the guests and the staff.
So was the original one in Sag Harbor, or did they come at the same time? Because the one you have in SOHO is on Lafayette.
Yeah, I've been there for 13 years this March.
Oh,
so the original one is in SOHO. Thank you.
That is
In
fantastic.
restaurant years, that's a long time.
In life.
So everything from, I see the lobster rolls, which are fabulous. Is there one thing that we are going to make this morning that's something we can do at home?
Yeah, we're going to make the mac and cheese.
Okay, so where do we begin?
You need lobster stock, reduced, cream reduced, cheese, pasta, and clean lobster.
What kind of cheese do you like to use?
So, in all honesty, any cheddar cheese is good, but I take it a little downscale. I like to use Velveeta.
Oh,
yeah, I do. I like to use Velveeta.
Everybody
has Velveeta. Everybody's eating Velveeta, and the accompaniment with the lobster is superb.
Okay, so I'm wondering about the lobster stock, because most people don't really know how to make lobster stock. Can you get that already made or something, or what do you do?
I would imagine you can buy a lobster base, or you can,
or
call me at the,
you
can call me at the restaurant.
You can
and we
deliver
can get you some lobster stock. That's not a problem. We always have plenty on hand.
Okay.
So do you want to put some in that bowl? What do you have in here
So I have the
already?
cream here. So why don't we drop the pasta, which I par-cooked ahead of time, into the water.
Okay.
We will take some of our lobster paste, which is the lobster reduction.
Right.
Mix it into the cream, which is already reduced.
Okay.
And this is essentially how we're going to make our sauce. And you'll see over here I have some of the sauce ready to go already. What we really just want to do is we want to just take this lobster, drop that all right in there.
Okay,
Don't want to miss any
we're going to
lobster.
keep cooking, and Ro's going to keep stirring.
I'm going to grab something.
I can see it happening. We're going to take a brief break, and we'll come back and
Okay, great.
cook it up more lobster mac and cheese.
Oh, it smells so good.
So we are doing a little lobster mac and cheese with Ed McFarland of Ed's Lobster Bar. So we're in the final stages. We're going to put our pasta in.
Yep. Go. Shake it off, get the water off.
What's your favorite on your menu?
Honestly, the lobster ravioli is my favorite. The mac and cheese is one of our top sellers.
It smells so good. May I help you stir it together?
Go right ahead, that'd be fantastic.
I have the spoon.
So where did the whole concept come from, Ed?
So working in restaurants, I had an affinity to seafood. I really enjoyed eating lobster. It seemed like the natural thing going back all those years to have a lobster bar.
All right, you gonna plate it up for us?
Oh, please, absolutely.
Thank you. Ed, I hear you're open for brunch now.
We're open for brunch Saturdays and Sundays in both locations, in Sag Harbor and New York City.
But you have a little music at the Sag Harbor one, right?
Sag Harbor, we do jazz and blues. And it's a Sunday blues brunch.
I love that. And wait, you also have the bottomless brunch. Is that the same thing?
Oh, yes.
Because I have a daughter who loves that kind of thing.
Yeah, you can have unlimited cocktails. Let's not forget a little bit of the breadcrumb sprinkle. You can't have mac and cheese without breadcrumb on top.
I didn't realize that.
And then a little chopped parsley, because parsley is absolutely my favorite.
Okay, let's do it. Oh, yeah. That's perfect. That's so good. How much does something like this go for on your menu?
$20. Don't
So it's a full meal.
I picked it out.
I didn't even have to answer, so that was perfect.
That was great.
I've gone over this menu.
I know. I noticed you noticed that there were other things besides lobster on the menu, too.
Yeah, no. And the wings. I mean, so it's not all seafood. You can get some chicken wings there also.
You know, on the dinner menu, we have short ribs, we have eggplant parmesan. So we really have a full menu that's available for something for everybody.
Now, how did you get into the business? was this like family idea, a family, you come from a family of cooks?
I come from a family of eating good food and you know, Sunday meals and dinner every night, but I started working in restaurants at 16, washing dishes and bussing tables, and just progressed along.
Is there something that we should all, if we're home cooking lobster, what's the one key thing to always keep in mind, like to not overcook it? Because I've had overcooked.
So the easiest thing when you're boiling a lobster, it floats when it's cooked. It'll float right at the top, pull it out, ice it down, break it out of the shell, and then do whatever you want with it.
That's it.
I had no idea. Okay.
And lobster, I guess, is fine all season, right? There isn't like a lobster season where...
Like with crabs.
Yeah, you know, lobster, you can get it year-round. Gets a little expensive in the winter, but the colder the water, the sweeter the meat.
Because I've heard about, you know, you'll see that old lobster floating in a tank at a restaurant or something, and they always say, that's the toughest one. You don't want an old lobster.
You want to have a lobster that's lively and vibrant, moving around in the tank. Absolutely.
Ed,
Yes.
thank you so much.
Thank
Ed,
you.
Thank you. This was great.
This
Thank
was
you very
delicious.
much.
Wait, I think I have to one more
Okay, you
taste.
do that. We'll be right back.